Okay, so today, to deepen and explore that connection with your partner some, we are going to play a game called Team Problem Solving. I know it doesn't sound like a barrel of laughs, but I promise there will be laughter. Trust me. Anytime for an entire day, so we're going to have 2 different days, day 1 and day 2, but for first day, anytime during the course of the day that a problem or an issue comes up, something that you need a strategy or a plan for, whether it has to do with just you and your stuff, like, I need to be doing these 2 things at once, how am I going to make it happen? Or if it has to do with group stuff, you and your partner stuff, like, what are we going to do? What are we going to eat tonight? Either way, in any of those categories, you're going to take the problem and toss it to your teammate, to your partner, to give you 10 solutions, 10 potential solutions back. And at least 2 of those solutions are highly encouraged to be nonsense, total nonsense that are thrown in there just to make you laugh. I mean, 2, we don't want it to be tons or all of them, because we actually do want to get to some real problem solving too, but at least 2 of them for laughter, so that we can be guaranteed that we'll be playing and laughing in this a little bit too. We can keep it keep the playfulness in it and keep some lightness in it, so it's not just too heavy and problem solving. And there's going to be the problem solving too. And right away, like, how does this go? How does this go? I mean, does it feel relieving and amazing to you to have your partner's input, because you don't get a lot of your partner's input and you need it, and you realize, like, oh my gosh, it felt so relieving to me, I must really need that? Or does it feel like something you guys always do? Does it feel like they always give me their input? Like, of course, this person's going to tell me 10 things that they want me to do. That's the way it always goes. Or what? What? Does it feel aggravating to you because you don't like all the input and you prefer to solve things by yourself? You think it's more efficient that way? It takes longer amounts of time when people are going back and forth? Is it that you don't trust their solution and already you're kind of like, oh, this is going to suck. I don't want to have to hear all of their solutions, because you kind of, disrespect or downplay their, ability to solve the problems that come up for you. So, see what's happening and see what it tells you about your dynamic and what is already there in your teammateness, or in your team, in your partnership, in your relationship. And, let it give you interesting information on things that you might want to change or new things you want to adopt. As certainly, as always, if there is something that you guys don't usually do, like, play with that some for the new experimentation and exploration, So it's like, if you guys usually do give each other solutions on certain types of problems, but not these others, we'll throw those others in there extra, to see what that's like. Or, if you do usually think like, about their solution, try it a different way. Try to be more open-minded and, like, hear it, and don't roll your eyes yet, really try it on in your mind to, like, could I really do it? I mean, I guess I could, that kind of thing, and really see if you can expand a little bit more and add something in there that's atypical, for the sake of expansion. And then, and there may be issues of communication, right? Because we're expanding and exploring all these, like, did they communicate the solutions well to you? Are you communicating back? And, but then on the second day, which is why I brought up communication, because on the second day, you're going to do it as a team. Meaning that, we come up with 10 solutions together. Not just that person throws them at me. Now, I may not have given these rules, like, in the right order. When that person gives you solutions, you have to use one of them, okay? Because we're adults, and at least one of them has got to be usable. So on the day that you're playing this game where they give you the solutions, you've got to use at least one of them. Or, yeah, you've got to use one of them in your problem. But on the day where the team thing is happening, more negotiation gets to happen. Your voice gets to show up, and you get to have a say in the solution too, and you guys get to come up with it together. And you can even do a day 3 of this too, because I totally realize as I'm saying this that, like, I didn't say you both do it. I just said the partner tosses these solutions at you. What about you tossing solutions at the partner? Because that may be the thing that's really different. What if they always offer you advice, but you don't usually offer them advice? And that's the new stuff, right? So we do need to add that 3rd day. And, and that needs to be maybe day 2. And then day 3, once you guys have both taken a turn, is when you both unify and you come up with group problem solving, where it's like both of us are coming up with these 10 solutions. And the rule remains that at least 2 or 3 of them should be total nonsense, make you laugh, sarcasm, whatever, because we've got to leave that in there for fuel as we're actually solving problems. But then see what else happens. Do you guys get better? Is it a muscle that's getting exercised as you come up with solutions for not just your own problems, but someone else's problems or the team's problems? Do you get better at it? And as you communicate these things with each other and you're getting more used to the game over the 2 other days that you've been playing it, does that bring you to a new place on day 3 where you can really come up with some good problems as a we, our solutions, and it's not just like your solutions to my problems, but ours, and how does it go? And like I said earlier, what parts are annoying? What parts bother you? What parts do you not like? What parts do you like? What parts feel relieving? What things do you want to adopt? What things are you glad to keep the same way in your lives? But it definitely tells you about your dynamic, and it tells you about all kinds of aspects of it. How you work together as a team, how you communicate as a team, how you solve things as a team, how you understand the other one's problems as a team, how well you do so that you can come up with solutions. And again, you can also realize how different you are, and that's an asset too, because you might realize in hearing their solutions like, oh my God, that is nothing like anything that I would ever think of. Your mind works completely different. And instead of not liking that, maybe I can embrace that. That could be interesting. That could be an asset, because now I have these other solutions that are totally outside of what my brain would be able to come up with. So this is all about sort of letting you reflect on who you guys are as a team, what you operate like in that dynamic, and seeing if there's new stuff to explore, new stuff that you'd like to adopt, and it's definitely deepening your connection. So I hope you guys enjoy doing some team problem solving.